So in the event of the Halloween season, I have decided to start reading short, scary stories every day. Now, today is October 12th. October 12th means that we have literally 19 days until Halloween, which, by the way, doesn't seem like that far away, but we're gonna go for this one. Here is one that I found. It's a site. It takes short horror stories off of Reddit. So here we go. So we bought an old house. My boyfriend and I. He's in charge of the new construction, converting the kitchen into the master bedroom, for instance, while I'm on wallpaper removal duty. The previous owner papered every wall and ceiling. Removing it is brutal, but oddly satisfying. The best feeling is getting a long peel similar to your skin when you're peeling from a sunburn. I speak from experience. I'm a ginger, so I can already tell I'm getting goosebumps. I don't know about you, but I kind of make a game of peeling on the hunt for the longest piece before it rips. I do the same thing too. Under a corner section of paper in every room is a person's name and a date. Curiosity got the best of me one night when I Googled one of the names and discovered the person was actually a missing person. Here we go again. The missing date matching the date under the wallpaper. That's creepy. That's creepy. The next day, I made a list of all the names and dates. Sure enough, each name was for a missing person with dates to match. Even worse. Like, if it matches, there's obviously something clearly wrong. We notified the police, who naturally sent out the crime scene team. I overheard one text say, "Yep, it's human." Human? What's human? What is human? Ma'am, where's the material you removed from the other day? From the walls already? This isn't wallpaper you were removing. Now, let me just say, that right there, these are short little stories. I can read a few more here. They've got plenty. Like this site alone, like it says it's got like 30. So I'm gonna start with the next one. Okay. Now this one is about siblings. One of them's named Charlie. So sit back, relax, pop some popcorn, do whatever you gotta do. We're gonna be here for a while. So here. I hate it when my brother Charlie has to go away. My parents constantly try to explain to me how sick he is. I wonder what's wrong. That I am lucky for having a brain where all the chemicals flow properly to their destinations like undammed rivers. When I complain about how bored I am without a little brother to play with, they try to make me feel bad for pointing out that his boredom likely far surpasses mine. Considering his confined to a dark room in an institution. What's going on with his brother? Why is he in an institution? Like what's going on? I always beg for them to give him one last chance. Of course, they did it at first. Charlie has been back home several times, each shorter in duration than the last. Every time without fail, it all starts again. The neighborhood calls with gouged out eyes showing up in his toy chest. Gouged out eyes? What is wrong with this kid? What? Oh my goodness. Okay. Whew. My dad's razors found dropped on the baby slide in the park across the street. Mom's vitamins replaced by bits of dishwasher tablets. My parents are hesitant now, using last chances sparingly. So this kid is out here trying to murder his family. Why? Like, why would you want to murder your family? What's so wrong with him? Oh my god. Okay. All right. So far in this one, it's already got me creeped out. Now, it's only about 2/3 of the way through, but I can already tell there's something up with the brother. But why? Okay, gotta hold it together. Okay, they say his disorder makes him charming, makes it easy for him to take fake normalcy, and to trick the doctors who care for him into thinking he is ready for rehabilitation. So the thing that's wrong with him, that he's easy to manipulate other people. Could be the workings of of the devil. Could just be his personality. But it's not like he's doing it on accident. This is all on purpose. That I will just have to put up with my boredom if it means staying safe from him. I hate it when Charlie has to go away. It makes me have to pretend to be good until he is back. So that is officially the second. That one's probably a little bit more suspenseful, meaning the type of suspense that you've got a psychopathic child in the household. I'm more into like paranormal. So I'm gonna keep going. These are short. These are like two paragraphs long. So I mean, they're not anything like too long for you to like have to put your eyes on the screen. But we'll get to more here. I'll be making sure that every day do something Halloween. I have a spirit store in town, so if you guys wanted to see me buy things from Spirit and show you, I mean, I was thinking about getting some costumes. Maybe you guys will get a chance to see me dress up as, Freddy, Jason, Pennywise. Pennywise is a favorite of mine. I love scary clowns. Now, comment down below to tell me what is your favorite character, scary Halloween character. Whether it's Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Hellraiser, or Michael Myers. Personally, Michael Myers is in my top 5 favorites. Pennywise is probably number 2. Number 1 will always be Jason. Gotta love good old Camp Crystal Lake. But yeah, so that was that. I mean, these are nice. They're short, sweet, to the point. They give a little bit of it's a little spook. I can post even better ones as long as you guys would like that. Let's go to the next one. I'm gonna keep scrolling down. I'll still find some. Not trying to make this video super long, but it is the Halloween season, my favorite season of all time. I love the fall, the change of the leaves, the crisp smell of autumn in the air, just being able to kick back, relax, put on a blanket, and watch a good Halloween movie. My favorite Halloween movie will have to be Hocus Pocus. Hands down, you can argue with me all you want, but it is the best one. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so let's get started on this third one. Third one looks a tad bit longer, but it's not even that bad. All right. He awoke to the huge insect-like creatures looming over his bed and screamed his lungs out. They hastily left the room, and he stayed up all night, shaking and wondering if it had been a dream. The next morning, there was a tap on the door. Gathering his courage, he opened it to see one of them gently place a plate filled with fried breakfast on the floor, then retreat to a safe distance. Okay, so starting with this one, this one already has me spooked because I hate insects. I hate bugs, spiders, Anything that crawls, scurries, I hate it all. My fiance, she literally kills all the bugs, you know. Comment down below if if you're in a relationship where the woman is the one wearing the pants and it has to be the man. I'll scream like a damn girl, I tell you. But so far, it's like insect-like creatures that is feeding him. So let's get back into it. Bewildered, he accepted the gift. The creatures chittered excitedly. This happened every day for weeks. At first, he was worried they were fattening him up. But after a particularly greasy breakfast left him clutching his chest from heartburn, they were replaced with fresh fruit. Okay, so it seems like these insect-like creatures are actually like caring about him, like feeding him, giving him his nutrients, but why? He had a fear, like, are they just trying to fatten me up? It kind of sounds like Hansel and Gretel with the witch in the woods. So, but they're feeding him food, not candy. So, as well as cooking, they poured hot, steamy baths for him and even tucked him in when he went to bed. It was bizarre. One night he awoke to gunshots and screaming. He raced downstairs to find a decapitated burglar being devoured by the insects. And okay, so these insect-like creatures are actually keeping him safe too. So it seems like they're just like overprotective parents, Or maybe he's their next victim. I don't know. Let's get back into it. He was sickened, but disposed of the remains as best as he could. He knew they had just been protecting him. One morning, the creatures wouldn't let him leave his room. He lay down, confused but trusting as they ushered him back into bed. Whatever their motives, they weren't going to hurt him. After hours later, a burning pain spread throughout his body. It felt like his stomach was filled with razor wire. Okay, so this sounds like I think it sounds like he is their next victim. But they wanted to like drag it out, maybe care about him at first, but I think he's gonna die. The insects chittered as he spasmed and moaned. It was only when he felt a terrible squirming feeling beneath his skin that he realized the insects hadn't been protecting him. They had been protecting their young. Oh shit. Oh. So they basically left sacks of their young in him. In his stomach. It was in the food. Oh. Oh man. Okay. Oh wow. So that one was better. I like that one better. I like the fact that it kind of like led up to that suspenseful moment of realization that he was the victim. Oh, they weren't protecting him. They were protecting their young. Holy Jesus. Okay. All right. Let's go down to number 4. So we're going to do 5 today. I feel like 5 is a good number, even though that Halloween-wise, 13 is the best unlucky number for Halloween. But we'll just do 5 today, and then we'll keep going and going and going as long as you guys enjoy this. And I apologize, I haven't been saying the titles of these ones. The very first one that I read was This New Old House by Bat Out of Hell 821. That is their Reddit. So if you guys actually wanted to check these out yourself, they are on a Reddit page. This is dedicated. So the second one, I hate it when my brother Charlie has to go away. Clearly, that title actually was used towards the end. So, third one, Guardians by Dark Alligator, So number 4, it's called Seeing Red, The First Day of School by Zenri Hao. So, All right, let's get to it. Everyone loves the first day of school, right? New year, new classes, even new friends. It's a day full of potential and hope before all the dreary depressions of reality show up to ruin all the fun. Yeah, it literally, that sounds exactly like your first day of school. You know, my school experience, I grew up in a small town. My school's filled with a few hundred kids. So, I mean, I guess like the churning gut feeling, I can definitely understand that. I like the first day of school for a different reason though. You see, I have a sort of power. When I look at people, I can sense a sort of aura around them. You know, I gotta admit, I feel the same way. Sorry, I have to drink my coffee. I feel the same way. In all honesty, I can feel people's energy. An aura is basically their energy. So I totally get what this kid is going through. A color outlined based on how long that person has to live. Oh, yeah. Most everyone I meet around my age is surrounded by a solid green hue, which means they have plenty of time left. A fair amount of them have a yellow-orange tinge to their auras, which tends to mean a car crash or some other tragedy. Anything that takes people before their time, as they say. The real fun is when the auras venture into the red end of the spectrum. Though every now and again, I'll see someone who's basically a walking stoplight. So this person can see like how long of a life these kids will live. I've never heard that before, but it was pretty cool. So let's keep getting into it. With that in mind, I always get to class very early so I can scout out my classmates' fates. The first kid who walked in was basically radiating red. I chuckled to myself. Too damn bad, bro. But as people kept walking in, they all had the same intense glow. I finally caught a glimpse of my rose-tinted reflection in the window. But I was too stunned to move. Our professor stepped in and locked the door. His aura, a sickening shade of green. Whoa. So, in all honesty, that one was kind of like threw off a little bit. You know, this kid never knew his own, and when he saw his own, his was red all along. Damn. Like I said, these stories. Sorry, trying to raise up my chair, but I'm gonna have to get a new chair for you guys. So yeah, that one was more of like it was more like I don't know how to explain that. It's like suspense, but at the same time, it's more like you look at yourself because you see everybody else and you finally look at yourself and you're like, whoa, I have the potential of dying a horrible death. We all don't know when we're gonna go, which is a great thing because I don't think any of us want to know. Even if you're curious, in the end, you really don't want to know. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, the curiosity may get to you, even gets to me, but it doesn't bother me at all. I don't think about it too much. All right, so the last and final short story I have for you today, it's called "They Got the Definition Wrong" by Liu. So we'll get into this one and see how this one. It's about the same length. Like I said, they're all about 2 paragraphs long, so don't even worry about it. It has been said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I understand the sentiment behind the saying, but it's wrong. I entered the building on a bet. Okay, so the first sentence is actually very true, you know, because you do things over to expect a different result and you get the same result. That's a life lesson. For all you younger generation kids out there, trying, trying and trying and trying, but you get the same result means there's something wrong with the initial process of trying. You need to change up how you try, and then you'll expect a different result. But if you get the same result, then maybe it's just something that you're doing that is just something wrong. I was strapped for cash and didn't buy into the old legends of the hotel to begin with. So $50 was more than enough to get me to do it. So he was bet $50 to go into this hotel. Now, don't get me wrong, as much as I love old hotels, I love the history behind them. Considering I used to live in one. It was a luxury apartment building after it was a hotel. No, the building I stayed in used to be the old hotel in my hometown, and it had been there since the early 1900s. And even former President Kennedy stayed in that hotel on his campaign trail through Wisconsin. So once they turned that into luxury apartments, there was action and activity. Now, I don't know if you believe in paranormal or ghosts. I hope you do. But if you don't, I would really like to share some personal stories with you guys to help you understand. But that'll be for another day. Okay. Just reached the top floor, the 45th floor. Shine my flashlight from a window. The hotel was old and broken, including the elevator. So that meant hiking all the way up those stairs. So up the stairs I went. As I reached each platform, I noted the old brass plaques displaying the floor numbers. 15, 16, 17, 18. I felt a little tired as I crept higher. But so far, no ghosts, no cannibals, no demons. Let me tell you something. If you don't feel demons, ghosts, cannibals, energy, it just means that you're not open to them, like being able to see them. Now, they're always there. Now, whether you believe them or believe in them, then it's all, then in all honesty, it's all just words and what people say. Anyway, piece of cake. I can't tell you how happy I was as I entered that last stretch of numbers. I joyfully counted them aloud at each platform. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 44. I stopped and looked back down the stairs. I must have miscounted. So I continued up. 44. One more flight. 44. And then down 10 flights. 44. 15 flights. 44. So he now is starting to realize that, oh my God, I'm stuck on this floor, and no matter where I go, I'm going to be at floor 44. So getting a little creepy. But I love it. I love it. And so it's been for as long as I can remember. So really, insanity isn't doing something repeatedly and expecting different results. It's knowing that the results will never ever change. That each door leads to the same staircase, to the same number. It's realizing you no longer fall asleep. It's not knowing whether you've been running for days or weeks or even years. It's when the sobbing slowly turns into laughter. Okay, now that one was much better. I loved that one. Insanity, suspense, wondering if he was the normal one and he was just like, oh my God, what's going on? But his insanity was getting to him, and he was starting to turn crazy. Now that, I like that. It reminds me of The Shining. Now, please tell me if I'm wrong. The Shining, oh my God, Jack Nicholson, the best. Okay, so that's all the time I have for you today. Now, if you want to continue to see more, please leave comments down below. Make sure to make sure to stab that like button. Make sure to stab that subscribe button. Hit the bell if you want to see more. I promise I will deliver much more scarier content. I'm a Halloween buff. Welcome to the month of October. All right, everyone. This has been the Lego Dude. Have a wonderful day. I love you guys. Make sure to smile.